What's up, YouTube? This is Lord Fader back with another video on my channel, Lord Fader's Perspective, and this is exactly what this is going to be, my perspective. I was watching O'Shea Duke Jackson. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. The brother does his thing, but I was watching a live he was doing. It was a conversation with a bunch of brothers. I forget the rest of them name. I do know one of them was Tommy Sotomayor, and he was O'Shea was saying that he was the pioneer of the manosphere. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't really heard that coming from too many brothers. So I decided to go look it up to see what it was. And there's something troubling that could arise from people associating themselves with, the manosphere. So if you see this creepy guy behind me here, uh, they say man with blue light on his face searching internet Reddit manosphere incel pickup artist men's right gab toxic, and it says the manosphere is getting more toxic as angry men join the incels. I'm like, first of all, I barely know what an incel is, and it says angry men, and I'm looking at O'Shea Duke Jackson's content, and he don't seem angry to me. Just seems like he's just pointing out some female effery, and standing up for males and giving a perspective. So I start reading this thing, and in a nutshell, it's talking about some guy in 2014 named Elliot Roger went on a shooting and stabbing spree, killing 6 and injuring 14 at the University of California, and he was a proclaimed incel, short for involuntarily celibate, a group of young men who feel furious at their perceived rejection by women. Perceived rejection. Have you met today's modern woman? Anyway. And meet online to discuss and spread their ideology. Their toxic misogyny fuels a hatred for women that has led to several recent incidents of mass violence, with many incels citing Rogers' own disturbing manifesto. And this is all up under manosphere? Okay, I think I need to make a distinction right here. I think what O'Shea and a lot of brothers of his ilk are involved in is the black manosphere. And they are not concerned with being violent against women or anyone for that matter. But just the average person that sees that word manosphere, this is what they're saying, and this is what they're associating with manosphere. People being violent toward women. I haven't even heard of any of this stuff. So here's my perspective on it. My perspective is that they're trying to label anything that is critical of today's modern woman and try and link it to violence like they always do. This is what liberals do. So I think the brothers ought to be careful about associating themselves with that word manosphere. It doesn't really fit, I don't think, and it has a negative association with it. The brothers, Steph is Cold, Black Ram, Kevin Samuels, even Tommy Sotomayor, there's nothing violent about it. A lot of these guys just point out, the way society has shaped our modern woman. She needs a lot of help. But at the end of this video, I do want to say that a lot of you brothers are interacting with these women and attempting to make these women see your point of view. And, when they hear that word manosphere, they're coming in hot. They're coming in ready for battle, like Wonder Woman and Themyscira and all that crap. And they see you like, you Steppenwolf, really. So they're not receptive. And I've watched a lot of them. And the women tend to not listen and hear what you're saying because they perceive that there's an attack going on. We're never going to convince women to change being women. Doesn't make them bad for taking advantage of a society that allows them to do certain things. I think as men, we are ultimately in control of that. You got, basically, the garden rake tool community survives off simps and simping. You know, we got too many brothers out here that will accept too much from women. If we want women to change, talking to them and trying to appeal to their logic is not going to do it. I mean, they are a creature of attention. They need validation. Going all the way back to Eve. Think about it. Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, everything's cool. They chilling, they walking, they talking with God, and here comes the serpent. And what does he do? He beguiles Eve. In other words, he pays her mad attention and tells her what she wants to hear. That hadn't changed until today. For all you guys that don't really believe in the Bible, maybe it's metaphoric, but it still applies today. So I think we need to modify a man's behavior. A lot of you brothers out there will do anything for some sex. When you need to be concentrating on getting your money up, when you need to be concentrating on being physically fit, being someone who deserves to be with someone. You know, you guys will do anything, you know, for some cooch. And that's what's killing it. So I applaud these guys for trying to do something. I applaud these guys for trying to make a difference and make women understand. But, you know, women ain't bad people because they choose to take advantage of, you know, what is there to take advantage of. It's like black people taking advantage of affirmative action. You're not going to take a high paying job because they're giving it to you because you're black. I mean, it's the same situation. So I just think, you know, brothers, you know, we're going to have to change who we are. I hear this high value man floating around a lot. Everybody can't make $10,000 a month for over 5 years, but you can raise your value. You can have honor. You can say no sometimes to the bad behavior that you perceive with some of these women. So that's my perspective. I hope y'all enjoy and understand what I'm trying to talk about. And we're going to be out.